morning after I woke up, after losing $1,500 in about 5 hours, I was so sick and tired I just couldn't bear the thought of leaving home for that particular morning. And something just resonated in the back of my head. I need help, I need help. So I found the Lifeline number, rang their office, explained my situation, that my gambling is completely out of control and that I'm scared and I'm frightened and I'm broken.
It's difficult to pick up the phone the first time. Factors that get in the way are things like pride, a feeling that you've reached rock bottom, that you need to ask somebody else for help. It's not easy to pick up the phone the first time.
The lady at reception, who was very kind and gently spoken, she just explained to me that the service does offer support and one-to-one counselling for gambling, and we were able to make an appointment in that call, and it was then up to me to follow through. I had to wait about a week, and unfortunately within that week I did gamble again, and but I was able to get myself to that appointment.
The hardest thing about the first counselling session is probably making that original call and not knowing what to expect. But I think once you're in the room with the counsellor and you start to get to know the counsellor, you build rapport and you feel safe and you feel like you have an opportunity to talk about some of the pressures that have been building up, and just sharing some of those pressures can help to take the weight off your shoulders.
The session would start with, so how was your week? You know, what went well, what didn't go so well? Did I gamble? And sort of entwined with that was basically just a reflection of how are things at work, how are things with the partner, how are things with the kids, finances, just all that everyday stuff. So I found a real comfort and a willingness that whatever questions my counsellor asked me, I knew that it was for my benefit and my well-being.
Depending on the client's goals for counselling, we then move towards working out, problem solving, how to achieve those goals.
My counsellor created a really familiar and over the weeks a repetitive place where any thoughts I had of not disclosing what was really going on for me, it really nicely and comfortably evaporated to the point where looking forward to coming to the sessions was an unexpected consequence.
Clients often say that they had to reach rock bottom before they could ask for help. They weren't able to pick up the phone and just talk about some of the issues as they were arising. And implied in that is a fact that they would have made so many different choices if they had picked up the phone earlier.
Long before I made that first call to Lifeline, I knew I was in serious trouble. Not just weeks and months, probably years, I knew I was in serious trouble. I was losing thousands and thousands of dollars. I was unavailable for participating in my most important relationships with my partner, my children, friends, family. I just didn't have any hope that there was a way out. And the anxiety and the fear about making that first call and then following it up with action and actually showing up to the appointment was so much softer than what I had to live with on a daily basis.
So the funding we get from the Responsible Gambling Fund funds both the individual gambling counselling sessions that you can have here. It also funds a financial counselling service. So if you're experiencing any sort of financial issues, you can see a financial counsellor without going on a waiting list. The Responsible Gambling Fund also funds the support group we run here, and all of these services are available without any cost to the individual.
If you are in that space where I was and you don't see any way out and it's unbearable to be in that place for one more day, just make the call.